I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 569. In reply to Sri K.L. Sarma, Sri Bhagavan spoke about Dakshinamurti Sutra as follows. I originally intended to write a commentary on it. Mr. Ranganatha Iyer took away my Tamil version of the sutra and printed it along with the Apalapattu. He later asked me to enlarge it. I had the introduction ready. He saw it and took it away for printing. I did not proceed with the work. As for the sutra, Brahma, the creator, created 4 sons from his mind. They were Sanaka, Sanadana, Sanath Kumara, and Sanat Sujata. They asked the Creator why they were brought into existence. Brahma said, I must create the universe, but I want to go do tapas for realizing the self. You are brought forth in order that you may create the universe. That will be by multiplying yourself. They did not like the idea. They wondered why they should take the trouble on themselves. It is natural for one to seek the source. They therefore wanted to regain their source and be happy. So they did not obey the commands of Brahma, but left him. They desired guidance for realization of the self. They were the best equipped individuals for self-realization. Guidance should only be from the best of masters. Who could it be but Shiva, the Yogi Raja? Shiva appeared before them, sitting under the sacred banyan tree. Being Yogi Raja, should he practice yoga? He went into samadhi as he sat. He was in perfect repose. Silence prevailed. They saw him. The effect was immediate. They fell into samadhi and their doubts were at an end. Silence is the true upadesa. It is the perfect upadesa. It is suited only for the most advanced seeker. The others are unable to draw full inspiration from it. Therefore, they require words to explain the truth. But truth is beyond words. It does not admit of explanation. All that is possible to do is only to indicate it. How is that to be done? In this dialogue, Sri Ramana Maharshi recounts a story from Hindu tradition to illustrate the essence of self-realization and the role of silence as the ultimate teaching. The questioner is presented with a narrative about Brahma, the creator, and his 4 mind-born sons, Sanaka, Sanadana, Sanath Kumara, and Sana Sujata. This story offers profound insights into the spiritual journey and the nature of guidance towards the self. The narrative begins with Brahma creating his sons to assist in populating the universe. When he explains their purpose, they reject it, feeling a deep yearning to return to their source rather than engage in worldly creation. Their choice highlights a core spiritual principle, the innate longing to reunite with the origin, the self, which is the ultimate source of peace and happiness. This reflects Ramana Maharshi's teaching that true happiness comes only when you turn inward and seek the self, rather than being caught up in external pursuits. In their quest for guidance, the four sages approach Shiva, the supreme yogi, sitting under the sacred banyan tree. Shiva, embodying the pinnacle of spiritual mastery, does not instruct them through words. Instead, he enters samadhi, a state of perfect stillness and silence. The transformative power of this silence is immediate. The sages, already advanced seekers, are drawn into samadhi themselves, their doubts resolved. This underscores the profound teaching that silence is the highest form of upadesa, spiritual instruction. For those who are sufficiently attuned, silence transcends the limitations of words, directly revealing the truth. Words engage the mind and stir it up so that the thoughts of the mind obscure truth. So, not a word, not a thought either. Ramana Maharshi explains that silence is the perfect teaching because the truth cannot be captured in words. Words bound by duality and concepts can only point towards the truth, but cannot fully express it. Silence, on the other hand, speaks directly to the heart of the seeker. It is beyond intellectual understanding and aligns with the direct experience of the self. However, the Maharshi acknowledges that silence is not accessible to everyone. For most, words serve as necessary tools to guide the mind towards introspection and self-inquiry. Words are ultimately a means to quiet the mind, preparing it for the direct experience of stillness and self-realization. This dialogue emphasizes that the journey to the self requires turning inward. While words and teachings are helpful for many, silence, when the mind is stilled, is the supreme revelation. Shiva's silent upadesa reminds us that the truth is always present, and realizing it is a matter of quieting the mind and abiding in the self. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 verses on reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment